My name's Amy and my family and I have been fostering for 7 years now. So when I was 15, my parents sat me down and asked me what I would think if we decided to foster as a family. I was going to sixth form at the time, so I was quite independent, and my mum was working part-time with vulnerable students. We sat down and had an open and honest conversation about whether it was something that we'd all be open to doing. So I was an only child, so I was really enthusiastic about having some siblings that I could talk to that weren't my parents, and my parents and I had the emotional space and capacity to look after and commit to looking after these children, and we also had the physical space and the time that we needed to commit to looking after them. So after about a year of training and talking to other foster carers and fully deciding who we were able to look after, we had two siblings. They were two girls. They were actually over the age that we initially decided to look after primary school children, but we also decided that we didn't want to split up any siblings if they came together. So we had a 9-year-old and a 15-year-old. This actually turned out to be a really good situation because I got along really well with the older sister. We had them for about a year, and then after a few months after they left, we had two boys. They were 6 and 9, and after a few months of living with them, we actually decided to foster them long term, which is up until they're 18. Before, we were short term, which is anything from 1 night to 3 years, and because we got along with them so well and they really were a part of our family, we decided to look after them until they turned 18. So for anyone considering doing fostering in Sutton, I would give the following tips. I would say talk to as many foster carers as you can, because that's how we decided, that's how we realised it was something that our family could do, it was something that our family could commit to. You also need to have an open and honest conversation with your family about whether it is something that you can commit to, and everyone in your family can commit the energy and time to looking after children. Make sure you decide honestly who you can look after, because if you don't have the physical space or room in your house to look after anyone with any specific physical disabilities, then you need to consider that. Whether you can look after any children with some serious mental health conditions, the age and even the gender of the children is really important to consider. I would also say a sufficient support network is invaluable for future foster carers. And basically just make sure that you can commit your emotional energy to looking after children, and that you can truly welcome them into your family. It's changed our family's lives for the better, and I couldn't imagine my life without my foster brothers now.